All right, so I'm doing something I've wanted to do for a long time, which is fly out to Sporty's in Claremont County, Ohio. I've gotten a lot of products from Sporty's over the last year and a half since I started learning to fly. And it's always been there, about 250 nautical miles away, and I've never made the trip. So this morning I decided, time to go take a look at Sporty's. We got about an hour and 5 minutes left, 150 miles, true airspeed 160. We got a 22 knot headwind. Hopefully we make that back up on the way home. 4,500 feet safe flying VFR. Between all of the flight bags and stickers and notebooks and sectional charts that I've ordered from Sporty's, I'm really excited to just go out there. I know it's, in my head, it's like, Woolworths at Christmas was when I was a kid, but I know it's probably not exactly like that in person, but just happy to show up there in person and thank them. They've always had great service. I'm also going to look at some headsets. I'm wearing the Lightspeed headset now, and the Delta Zulu, the new Lightspeed headset that has the carbon monoxide monitoring. But also just as interesting for me is the ear tuning. That's something that I'm interested in. If they have a demonstration model on the floor that I can mess with, I would really like to put one of those on and see how that feels. It also has the sound recording. I've been using this cable here, which has worked, but has also been finicky. I have to check it every time to make sure that there's this critical connection has not come loose. I've lost some audio on flights because of that. So having that built into the headset would certainly save some setup time and headaches. And as we're talking, I just got an email that my insurance policy renewal is in my inbox. I am scared to look at it. It should come down a lot. When I got insurance last year, I bought this Cirrus SR22 as a student pilot with no instrument rating. Obviously, I didn't have a pilot's license yet. So the fact that I'm now coming up on 250 hours, about 150 plus in this plane, have an instrument rating, I'm hoping that makes a big difference in this insurance rate. I'm going to check.
246 Delta Mike, contact Indianapolis Center on 124.45.
Indianapolis 124.456 Delta Mike. All right, we just got to change over, and that is my cue to check a few things as well. But that did not take away any of the suspense that I'm feeling about my insurance renewal. I have my phone here in the phone pocket.
Check card 495, contact Cleveland Center 126.905.
126.95, check card 495, see you.
It's so funny. This came through while I'm in the air here. It's been almost a year since I bought the plane. All right, I think I get the gist of it. The gist of it is a
363 Foxtrot Alpha, standby.
Gist of it is a 25% reduction. I'm happy it's 25%. I was hoping for 50. So I'll go and look at it in detail. I really felt like it should be a 33% was what I was betting on. So I'm a little disappointed with
653.08, climb maintain flight level 290.
But I'll look at it in detail and worry about all that later. Now I'm going to fly the plane. All right, so I had a kind of a bad thing happen this morning. When I got to the plane, I was trying to update the databases, and I got to my plane, turned on BAT 1 and BAT 2, came in, and tried to load the databases. The Wi-Fi loading of the databases is finicky. I always can't get it the first time, and I couldn't get it the first time. This time, So I kind of decided to give up. I turn the switches off and I get out of the plane, and as I'm walking along the wing, I see a little bit of smoke. And I get really nervous about what is smoking on my airplane. My first thought is that it is the strobe lights on the end, and that they've somehow shorted. So I checked the strobe light, thinking maybe it's a short or something, a loose wire burning something, thinking the worst. And as I walk around the end of my left wing, I see on the pitot tube, the red pitot tube cover with the flag coming down, completely melted. Somehow, I had the pitot heat on while I was trying to do the database updates. I didn't think I flipped on all the switches when I went to do the database update, but I must have. So I immediately take the pitot tube off, and I try to kind of squeeze it down as I'm taking it off. So I squeegee off most of the crud from the pitot tube. It melted. It's starting to get kind of black. And I immediately go back into the cabin and look and make sure all the switches are off, and they are. But the hangar now smells like melted plastic or rubber or whatever that fake leatherish kind of material is that they make those red covers out of. Thankfully, I talked to the mechanics at AirQuest Aviation at Beaver, and they immediately come over and inspect the pitot tube to make sure that there's no melted crud inside the pitot tube. The mechanics looked inside, they looked at the drain hole, and gave us the all clear. I did some high-speed taxiing to make sure that the airspeed came alive on the ground in a safe place on the airport before departing.
Maintain 4,000.
As I'm looking at the airspeed now, keeping a close eye on it, given our power setting, I have 24.1 inches of manifold pressure, RPM is 2470, 67% power, showing 148 indicated airspeed, 160 true. This is exactly in line with what this engine does. So I have a picture of that pitot cover. I threw it in the trash, but I took a picture of it before. I'll put it on this video just so you see.
Yep, OSU East. We're just trying to remember what that's the exact identifier for us on our end.
So now I have something that I have to get at Sporty's, which is a new pitot tube cover. And I just got another text from my wife saying that my art is here. I ordered a couple prints from Brian Siskind, who I was just with last weekend, first time in person. I'm excited to get that artwork up on the walls when we get home. And if you haven't checked out Brian's channel, I'll put a link to it in the description. We have a great group of folks who are on the patron for Brian, and we had a meetup in Nashville, Tennessee at Johnson Airport this last weekend. We're getting all the footage together. A bunch of us were taking video, and Brian actually had a couple pro photographers out there taking good footage, and made it available to all of us, and now we're all playing around with it. Sure, my hair probably looks stupid.
Roger. Archer 6 just off the air.